Welcome back, everyone, back to my YouTube channel. This is John Jumper here, and today we're going to do assignment number 1 for Ctec237. The professor is Richard Myers, and yeah, here we go. Let's just jump right into it. So, let's get your MATLAB out ready in the command window, and let's get right to it. As you can see in my current folder, I have all the plots ready and the solution, and of course I have the homework 1 M file. And I have assignment1.txt file ready and all set. Let's start by creating the first step. As we see when he gives us this assignment, in the overview of the assignment section, we have to create a solution right here. Where's my pencil at? Right here, we have to create this solution. And this, we have to create in the function file. By doing that, you have to click on New Script, and it should open this file right here, this window right here. And again, I have my solution ready. Like I said before, homework 1 ready, assignment 1 ready. But we're not going to look at those. We'll do it step by step together and see if we did this correctly or not. Let's see, new. Make sure you've got the right one, because we want to create us a function, creating graphs, sine waves, and other type of waves. And this should pop up. So of course, our first output is going to be a t, and then a y. And then our inputs is going to be a k, alpha, a, f, and t span. The reason why those are our inputs is because we have to add these things right here. The K, 50, the alpha, 125, the big A, 0.2, and the F, or frequency, the 5 kilohertz. So we'll make this T, we'll make this Y. And of this, we call it solution. Of course, I'm going to call it solution 1 since I already have a solution ready. Actually, let me just call it just solution with the capitalized S, because that other one that I created is not capitalized. And let's see, our inputs, as I said before, is 50, no, it's K, alpha. Of course, we don't have like a script A, so I'll just write alpha. And let's see, capitalized A. And lastly, F. That's wonderful. Let me just delete this comment right here, so to make our function file look more nice. Now we got our inputs and outputs ready. Now we have to, create the function itself. So let's see, yt equals e. Where is it? Oh, here it is. In the background information of the given assignment packet, right here, he gives us the equation that we need to use. Yt equals ke to the negative a times t plus a times sine times 2 pi ft. So we have to plug this bad boy in. And you do not have to break it down. I thought originally you have to break it down as he did in class for the first example, but actually you do not have to break it down. You can easily do it. So ignore my scribbles right here. This is just me trying to break it down and see if it works. But actually, I could just plot this in MATLAB and it would still work. So I'll just do that right now. I believe this should... Oh, right. I almost forgot. T-span. That's our input. Here we need T-span, and I only have K alpha A, don't have T. Oh, let's see, I have K alpha A and F. No, I'm missing A and T-span. Missing T-span. Wait. Do not forget to include the T-span for our inputs. Makes sense because we're gonna need make this a t itself. So the first thing is our inputs. We need to have something that t equals to something, and we have y equals to something. That's why this one's going to be a t, and this is going to be a y. So t is for time, and since we have a t-span, let's make our t equal to t-span. Since now this is input, has now been inputted, and has an output t can be now inputted here to have an output of y. So let's just do that right now. So our first part of the equation is k times e. Well, we know e is an exponent, but you can't write e in MATLAB. You have to write exp to the exp, but you have to write something inside of parentheses, because to write the e, you need to have k exp, open parentheses, close parentheses. Actually, let me just zoom this in here so you can see the function more clearly. Right there. Do this a little bit much better if I, right there, like that. I'll make you guys see the function much more up close. So now we've got k times the exponent. Oh, can't forget the multiplication. Since it's multiplication, you have to have that star, the a key. But if you shift it, you can do the star. So you have to get k times exp. Because if I just leave it like that, I'm gonna get an error, and we do not want that. So then let's see. It's to the, so when I do a parentheses, it's just meaning it's going to the squared. It's already being squared in the parentheses. So now I have to do this next step right here. The e to the negative alpha times t. So negative alpha times t. And that's it. That's our first part of the equation. K times the exponent to the negative alpha times t. We have to do plus big A times sine of 2 times pi times f times t. And that's pretty much it for this first part of the assignment, the solution. The solution is pretty much getting the function correct. We have your inputs. Where's my mouse? Oh, here it is. Have all your inputs here and have all your outputs here. You want t equals to t-span, since t is just an output of a time vector. And since we're inputting t-span, our output has to be t. And y is just the equation itself that we saw in the packet. So I put in y. And now since t equals t-span, to put t-span into this equation, you just have to write t rather than t-span. That's why you notice there's t's are highlighted now, are inputted into this equation. And let me just double check and see if this is correct. So I'll just save this as solution. I thought I can just capitalize it. So I'll just call it solution 1. Solution 1. And then, of course, when I do that, I have to call this solution 1. All right. And let's double check if I did this correctly. T, y, t equals t-span. K times exponent, negative alpha times t plus a times sine. 2 times pi times f times t. Now, all I could do just to make it look nice, have it like my solution, and pretty much everything else is the same. No big changes. Double checking. fatigue. -8 times. Alright, seems like it's correct. So time to the next part of the assignment. Just here. We have to do the homework 1 file. So how I did it, just to make life easier, is just I just did everything in the command window. That being said, let's do that. I'm not going to have a diary on because we need to create a diary called the homework 1 file, an M file, and we'll create separately another file called assignment1.txt. So for now, I'll hold that off, and I'll just do is add the inputs. So k equals, from the packet right here, with the highlighted, equals 50. A equals, oh, whoops, not A, alpha. Alpha equals 25. Big A equals 0.2. And frequency equals 5 kilohertz. Yep. 5 kilohertz. Since now we have all our inputs in, let's put in the solution. T comma y equals our solution that we created. Oh, nice, it popped up. That's what we wanted. Alpha and let's end with a semicolon. Oh, I didn't count myself. Yeah, hey, of course it didn't work. I need to write my T-span. So as you look back in the packet, Professor Myers actually made a mistake. He said, I talked to him on a Monday in the morning class about why did my function file didn't work correctly. And well, because he made a mistake in the packet right here. The accompanying plot is a sample that shows the response for the first 6 microseconds of the above for the following values. See, originally he wrote 6 microseconds, but actually you wouldn't get a sine wave, or you wouldn't get a wave with curves, with parabolas. You will get a wave that is only linear. So it will be an indirect graph or a direct graph that's going straight, rather than having waves. So instead of micro, you have to write milli. So this is important. So let's keep on reading. No review of the assignment. Let's skip the first part because pretty much it talks about how to do the ty vector part. Let's start from, here it is. Let's start from this paragraph here once. Once you've written the code for the function, you're obtained to the t and y vectors of the response. The vector t-span should be spanned from 0 to 100 milliseconds in increments of 1 microsecond. Yes, the vector really does have 100 and e03 plus 1 elements. After you've gotten the vector pair, you're to plot complete waveform via the following actions. That's what we did before together. We've got the solution now. All we have to do is get the t-span. So it's going to be 0 to 100 milliseconds with an increment of 1 microsecond. But now we know right here it has to be milliseconds. And here, if that's 1 microsecond, it was actually microseconds, not milliseconds. To create the original graph, you need to do it in milliseconds. But to create this, you actually need to create, microseconds. And as you can see, a problem easily fixed. T-span, yep. T-span got bigger, so that will change. So we need a solution. Back to here. So that changes everything. The T and the Y. Even though the T and Y now has changed, I can plot it. There you go. I like this. This is more, you can see more of the waves. Okay, okay. So now we plot it. We can just do in the X1. Oh, now we need to do this. That. And we have no problems. Nice. The next part, as you can see in the example, it worked. So I changed the T-span. One little silly mistake can ruin pretty much everything in MATLAB. So be careful, guys. When doing MATLAB, be careful. So now we'll continue on here for y1 equals y index 1. And then I'll plot it, and then you'll see the second plot. And then it's y. Comma y1. And then boom. And that should be your first plot. I mean your second plot. First for being like 0 to 1 milliseconds, but second plot technically. And pretty much so on forth, you keep doing that. So you can pause the video here if you want to finish doing this, finish creating this graph, this plot right here, you know, the editing how he wants it, and I'll show you how it should look like. And right here should look like this. Don't forget your X and Y's, the grid lines, don't forget the time, milliseconds, first milliseconds, 20, the size should be 20. Don't forget to change the line to 0.5 to 1. And let's see, make the background white, and pretty much, you know, make it look like this in landscape mode. Oh wait, actually I didn't show you. Maybe some of you guys might have forgotten. Probably should show you how to print it. So I'll guess do the first graph with you. Then, real quick. So let me just see if we can. Wait, maybe if I can just zoom out a bit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can see it like that. All right. Just letting you know how Myers wants it, just in case you forgot. What have I said? Formatting the plots in the third page. Down, formatting the plots. So it's all there. So let's do this. Insert, nope, view, property editor. You always have to open that bad boy up. Title, see right? Title, nice. Since this is the first one, so it's called first millisecond. Here, I'm gonna click on it again. Oh, I'm already there, so X. Yep, you can see it. Y, to get the red lines. X label, this is the X axis, it's gonna label that. That's gonna be always gonna be time, milliseconds. Oh, click on around here to get the outside of the graph, and make it, instead of gray, make it white. Click on the first millisecond that you created, and make it to size font 20. This right here, it can be the same size, 11. Oh, almost forgot. You can't never forget the line. He does not want that blue. He wants it black. And instead of 0.5, like I said before, 1. And now, the part that I really wanted to show you, print preview. This right here. So this is how you can visually receive the plot. And pretty much, you're not going to able to touch none of these because it's in auto mode, but you are able to touch landscape. So what I usually do, I click on use manual size, and then I click on landscape, and then I click on fill page, and that's when you get this. So pretty much if you want to save it, click on print, and this should pop up. Click on Microsoft to PDF, and you can save it as a PDF and print it at the school, or you can just go straight to your, this is my printer, and print it there. And yeah, that's pretty much how you're supposed to do it. This is really important. This is the way how miners would want to receive the plots, like this. And landscape, and you have to fill the page, and with these specific way to create the plot and title it. So yeah. So once you've gotten that out of the way, you should pause it right here actually. Now knowing how to use MATLAB to edit the plots, you remember clicking property editor, and now knowing how to print it the way you're supposed to print it, and hopefully you've gotten that done, and hopefully now we can go on to the next plot. Pretty much right here is straightforward. It actually is repetitive. If you think about it, we've already gotten the two biggest obstacles in the way. We've finally created our function to create the full plots. So we have all the plots. It's just pretty much we've got to make it into specific time sections. Like he said right here, he wants to take a snippet of the plot in 0 to 1 millisecond. He wants to make a snippet of 20 to 21 millisecond, which we're going to do now. We already got the full plot, which remember we did in the beginning with a solution, and then you just write in the plot, which is the big sine wave, which is the big overall sine. Not sine wave, just a wave in general. The plot. Because I'm 100% sure it is a sine wave. More like a indirect wave, to be exact. So let's go on to the next part. So pretty much right here, if you could get the gist of it, you just have to do now is this part right here, and keep repeating it for the next part. So what you need to do is, instead of T1, you just have to do is T2. And instead of index 1, index 2. Silly me. We want to create index 2. And remember what he said? He wants it to 20 to 21 milliseconds. So it's 20. Now you're probably wondering, what's this right here? Why did I put this here? Well, that's for MATLAB. Is way to snippet the time. See, be better if I show you the first plot that you should be done with. So remember 0 to 1? That's the 0 to 1 milliseconds out of the big one, the original plot, out of the ginormous thing. So 0 to 1 would be like right here. And now we need the 20 to 21. Should be right here. So we're taking a snippet in time, in the milliseconds, of each plot. So it's gonna be plot 1. Plot 1 is technically this, the full plot. Plot 2, plot 3, plot 4, and SS state, plot 5. 5 plots in total. Remember what I said about the index? This also has to have 0, 3 plus 1. Remember, you're taking 20 kilo to 21 kilo plus 1. Since MATLAB starts with 1 and not 0 as in Java. Enter. And then this. And plot. And let's check our plot. Strange. Oh, T2, Y2. There you go. And that should be your third plot, or 20 to 21 milliseconds. And remember, I showed you how to do in Property Editor. So this is a great time right now to pause the video and just keep going and finishing editing this plot, this nice plot. And time to do the 50. So pretty much it's straightforward actually. It's nothing too complicated. Just have to change the index 3 to 50 to 51, T3 to index 3, Y3 to index 3, to plot, and remember Y3 and T3 to get 50 to 51, and then after that I have to get the SS S, and then this is how it should look, and time to get the SS, or the 90 to 100. Oh, wait. Whoopsies. Index 4. 99 to 100. Yeah. That's why. INDX 4. INDX 4. In the plot. There we go. And this is the last plot. And here's a perfect time to pause the video and edit how it's supposed to look like. And we'll get straight to the final part. And looking at the time I'm recording this, it's taking me 41 minutes. So hopefully this won't be an hour video. Hopefully it'll be less than 1 hour. Alright, now once you've gotten all of these down, and you've finally got the solution file, and now you're going to get the homework 1 file. That's what we're going to do right here, right now. And actually, it's just pretty much copying and pasting. So pretty much, let's just do that right now. You want to create as a script file, yeah, so that was pretty good. And then go to here, get all of this and copy and paste. So this is a great time, to pause the video here and fix how it's all of this. All right, nice. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna write the fprintf, plot full done, for the plot and in between the pause. We haven't even created the pause yet. And the pause is, I'm gonna show you it rather than explaining it for this part. It's really cool and helpful to use, but to be honest, I just did copy and paste. And the pause is just actually, I'll just explain it rather. I will just rather show it than explain it. So right now what I'm just gonna write is the fprintf plot done pause and the fprintf plot 0 done pause, all those others for each of those plots. And in the end, I'm also gonna write the matrix, how Myers calls it the dirty table, or just a regularized table that doesn't take so much time and effort to do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, the 4x4 matrix. Yeah, I could have called it that instead of the dirty table. Where else? What's an M file? Yep, I'll just write like that, and then or of course the matrix, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. The matrix, how he gave us. As you can see, I'm typing that right now. And lastly, the 99 to 100. Let's see, let's go back where it was left off. Actually, I can do semicolon, space, like that. And we'll call it, well, you guys will call it homework 1. I'm gonna call it homework 2. And now, Let's go back to our command window. And you can just write diary assignment. Call it assignment2.txt. You can write assignment 1 for your thing. And boom, ready to go. So, simply do this last parts to finish this assignment. Type solution, type homework 1, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. Type solution. There's a solution. Type homework 1. Mine's looking at homework 1. I believe I saved it as homework 2. Let's see if I saved it here. Yeah, I did. I saved it as homework 2. .m. Oh, whoops. Homework 2.m. And now, write homework 1, semicolon. And for me, homework 2, semicolon, and press enter. Uh-oh, something must have happened. Oh, I must have spelled pause wrong, but before, no, not here, before, pause, I spelled pause the wrong, oh, the first one I spelled pause incorrectly. But this is a great example. Say PA. Alright, there we go. Since MATLAB was smart enough, right here, it knows that I was trying to, I meant pause. And this is right here, and right here I'll show you what this pause that he meant by it. So this is our first graph. As you see, it's right here. It's displayed. But once I press here, I press that they enter. Actually, let me do that again. Homework 2. I press enter. It goes to the next graph. That's what it says plot 0 done. And line 14, what happened here? Warning, a long trail black flash is not valid control for the docs. Uh-oh, I must forgot to write the end. Ah. Hold on, guys. Let me just write this N here. Two, three, four, all these N's. Save. Okay, so that's the graph for the 0 to 1. Enter again our 20 to 21, our 50 to 51, and then our SS, or 99 to 100. That's the whole point of pause, pretty much. If you've done it probably in the M file and then just press and then put it into the assignment 1 and just press enter, that's, you'll get every graph just straight on forward. It just pauses it, meaning that it stops in that graph, and then you're going to press enter, it goes to the next graph. So then it's kind of cool in a way if you've done it that way. Getting all the graphs, and then you just, continuously get it on and on, one by one to the next one to the next one. And I don't know, it's kind of cool. Now I know how to do this. I just want to show you the way how I did it and how I discovered it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now you know how to do the whole entire assignment. And of course, when you press one more enter, you get the table. There you go. But the answer should supposed to be down there, though. That's, yeah. And it's supposed to be underneath it. So that's interesting. Since now you know how to do it, I want to check my assignment, my own homework too. See if I... Dot, 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 dot. What is that? Dot, 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 dot. Interesting. This is done. Answer was in the bottom. But pretty much it. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. Done. Let's try that again with homework 1. Let's see if this case will for me homework 2. There you go. I just don't forget the enter. Yeah, don't forget the enter. And you get answer on the bottom. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this is my longest video ever yet. Hopefully I can shorten this down next time. And hopefully this really helps you, understand MATLAB. And yeah, until next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to hit the share button, with your friends and classmates here and there and that. And yeah, just have a wonderful day, pretty much. And you don't even have to subscribe, to be honest. Just leaving a like or anything like that. I'm glad that you got this opportunity to understand, and I'm spreading the knowledge and helping people, But if you want to, a like is appreciated, extra subscriber is also appreciated, and sharing is not too bad. Again, thank you, and have a good one.